if I was in a match and with somebody and I watched them, like not even my brother, but my best friend, like you, let's say like it was you, and I just watched this man just brutalize you and just paint himself with your blood. I'm like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
It's all like Donkey Kong. I mean, it's,
because we have Rey Mysterio and El Grande Americano. I am pissed off.
why?
My man Chad Gable
Oh my God.
is not in WrestleMania.
Are you kidding me right now?
Hashtag justice for Chad Gable.
You're
This man went to Mexico.
It's changed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like the tag division has heated up nothing. And we know historically, the New Day, when they have those belts, the division runs wild.
I need Tiffany Stratton to retain. I do not want Charlotte Flair to take the title from her. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Boyz of Attitude
And Men of Now.
Wrestling Podcast. All right, so WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
The show.
WrestleMania, guys.
The show is shows.
It's here. It's it's almost here, but it's here.
Yeah, it's going to be coming up this week. So this week coming up, we have WrestleMania. I mean, this past Friday, we had some confirmations and some builds for some matches. This past Monday, we had some more confirmation of matches. I hope they don't add anything else because then they'd be like, come on, man. Like, we're doing a recap. We're not really a recap. We're doing our predictions. So this is our WrestleMania 41 predictions. We're rocking our WrestleMania. Me and Loboberry went to WrestleMania last year here in Philadelphia. So got my Philadelphia Eagles themed WrestleMania.
Got this fly little hoodie on, you know what I'm saying?
With the Liberty Bell.
You know what I'm saying?
So Las Vegas, WrestleMania 41. I mean, they've got pictures online that are making it look like super, like huge.
The stage looks crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited. The stage looks good. Everything we're seeing right now looks fantastic. I'm excited. I know there's like a lot of fans are having like a weird mixed bag of like excitement, and some people are like kind of like disappointed in the cards. I'm speaking from just my perspective. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I think that yes, there are some matches I feel like maybe that could have been built better.
Yeah.
But I feel like at the end of the day, it's the stars putting on the performance.
Right.
As long as we see them perform and they do their best, I think that we're all going to be satisfied.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the biggest thing with the difference between this year's WrestleMania and last year's WrestleMania will be that, you have some different not as many stipulations. Last year we had huge stipulation with night one, had the match with Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and then Rock and Roman Reigns. Decided stipulation for the next night.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns was going on a historic, title reign for over 1,300 days. I mean, it's tough to really replicate that same kind of energy and vibe. So I can understand where some fans are like, oh, it's not the same. It's not. I mean, sure. It's not the same because that was a really big build. It's not like that wasn't built off of one WrestleMania season. To get to that point, it took 4 WrestleMania seasons.
Yeah,
Roman
exactly.
Reigns won multiple. So fans were really just longing for something different, for Roman Reigns to finally lose it, and so forth.
See, I agree with you on that one. I think that the biggest thing was the Roman Reigns story suffered from its own success.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that in like a negative way. I feel like it was just to a point where he had beaten everybody out there.
Yeah.
He had toppled the top names of the industry. The fact that even the Brock Lesnar effect didn't even stop him. Most of the time when Brock gets involved in a match, Brock pretty much walks away.
Yeah.
So the fact that he not only beat Lesnar, he beat Cena, he beat everybody, even his own cousin. You know what I mean? Like, he literally beat every single person. It was kind of like, I think it's time to kind of end this.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the fans had like a mixed bag of like fatigue of his time as a champion. But then I get it. You had like some really diehard Roman fans out there that were like beyond disappointed with his loss, which I understand. I mean, I get it. But you have to also remember, this man is human.
Yeah.
This man is human. He probably was like, man, I want to have a day off. I want to go on vacation with my family. I want to go watch Moana 2 live with my kids. You know what I mean? Like, he had a lot that he did. And I think, like, we are approaching a time right now where it might be almost time for him to go. You know, we've heard the rumblings of him and the likes of Rollins ready to kind of take off and, you know, ride into the sunsets. I mean, now we have to take that time to, you know, look at the newer stars.
Yeah.
Look at new people that we need to build, and look at new people that are. It's time for them to lead the company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's get some fresh faces in there. Let's get some new champions. Let's get some new reigns. You know, no pun intended. But
there's a rumor Braun Breaker is wanting to wrestle Roman Reigns. You know, and he
break him.
Yeah, basically. But he said that if he gets the opportunity, and even if it's like Roman Reigns' last match, he would love that opportunity to be there. I mean, it'd be kind of passing the torch of like the Roman Reigns type spear to the
spear for spear match.
Yeah, right.
You are not allowed to beat your opponent unless it's with a spear. I want to talk about something about Breaker later when we talk about his match coming up. It's a you have to do this moment, but we'll talk about that later. Let's go down the list here, man. I mean,
all right. So this is what they're saying is the card for night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. So we're
not in any order.
We
don't know what the order is.
We don't know any order, but I'm going to start off with, obviously, we have our Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. So let's talk about that. So Jey Uso's character development in this arc has been phenomenal. Mm-hmm. He started off, you know, being Mr. Fun-loving, let me have some fun, ooh, yee, you know, all that kind of stuff. Then he had the beatdown of his brother. Jimmy got, you know, constantly Gunther's coming in, beating down friends, and then finally just brutalized his brother and stuff. The only disappointing part about this whole thing is Jimmy doesn't have anything at Mania. I'm like, dang it.
I think it was a good way to kind of still involve him, though, in something with Mania. I believe Jimmy may show up.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to help his brother win. I hope he doesn't. Now, here's the thing with Jey that I want to ask you. Do you feel that Jay's yeeting personality, the happy-go-lucky, like, yeah, me, Oos, and all that stuff, do you feel like that might be holding him back from really being main event Jey Uso?
I don't. I think that's honestly, I think him being the Yeet Master is what sells tickets. It's what makes him an attraction and what it makes people want to come out and see him and stuff. But with this character development now, with him shifting and going like, he's like, I'm going to become that right-hand man, you know, that focus,
right-hand man Jey, yeah.
You know, that focus, that tough guy, like that kind of mentality. It's like, okay, cool. Like I am Mr. Yeet Man. Now it's kind of blending the two together where he's still the Yeet Man. He does it for the crowd, but he's focused and he's driven.
So my opinion is I think that he might be suffering a little bit from the success of the Yeet stuff. And then, you know, don't get me wrong. I yeet with my son all the time. Every time the man's on, I'm just yeet. I'm on it. Now, the only reason I say that he might suffer from it a little bit is because I feel like the higher ups don't take him seriously enough. You know, because characters that have gimmicks that are like really fun like that, usually in the eyes of like the we'll call them the grandmasters backstage, you know. And I'm not even talking about just Papa H. I'm talking like, you know, just obviously everyone that's involved. I feel like they don't take him seriously. Now, I'm excited to see him win this belt. I am all in on him winning this belt. He's going to win. If he doesn't win, I will be very upset.
Yeah.
But I think that the moment that we saw his change, he came out and, you know, he wasn't yeeting. He had the full black outfit on with the black glasses, and they still had yeet on him, but he did not yeet once. And then he just came up to Gunther, and he said that night, you know, he's like, Gunther, you got a mom? Yeah, I got a mom too. You got a mom? I got a mom. So like I had a conversation with my mom where my mama told me that, you know, he broke character and said that she said Joshua, which is funny to me because, you know, you know why. But it was like, Joshua, why didn't you protect your brother? And it was kind of like, because I was scared. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And then the fact that he ended his whole thing with, that night I'm going to lay my head down on the pillow and say a prayer for you and for me. I'm going to pray for you and your family, but I'm also going to pray for forgiveness for the man I'm about to become. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people were saying that he should have struck Gunther or something like that, at least to get a lick back. I'm like, no. I think that the fear, like Gunther sold it. The fear in Gunther's face, that the change of like that ha ha ha, like it was just like you slowly saw him devolve into like this. Oh God, what did I do?
Yeah.
I don't think I wanted to unleash this part. I might have messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, bro. If I was in a match and with somebody and I watched them. Like not even my brother, but my best friend, like you. Let's say like it was you, and I just watched this man just brutalize you and just paint himself with your blood. I'm like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
It's all like Donkey Kong. I mean, this is the end. You are not walking out of Mania.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's poetic, it's cinematic, and it tells a great story. You know, character development, and it has a great message with it too. Is that, you know, it's all fun and games, but when you hurt my family, oh, it's showtime.
I think it's a great callback too, because obviously the biggest thing with Jey was that he was trying to separate himself from his family, but it may end up being his family that brings him the biggest success that he needs right now.
Nothing is stronger than family.
You want Vin Diesel right now?
All right, so
we're saying Jey.
We are calling Jey Uso the winner of the World Heavyweight Championship match. If you guys have any other opinions, if you guys think differently, please comment below and just let us know your opinion. All right. Next, we have the War Raiders, Ivar and Eric versus It's Your Boys, the New Day. I think the New Day needs a win. I really think
agree.
After the separation from Big E, it will now reestablish them more as a top tag team. It will make everything that they did from the potential of them breaking up to getting rid of Big E worth it.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we haven't seen anything come out from this New Day change. And it sucks because it was such a great moment. Like, it broke all of our hearts. Everybody was broken. Everybody was sad. And nobody gave a damn about the New Day at that point. Even, like, you know, we talked about, like, even Dom dissed them, you know, when Dom was like, I didn't like Big E. But that was just crazy. And he just walked off. Like, how do you heal a heel? Like, this man is playing chess, and we're not even playing checkers anymore. We're playing Uno. But yeah, like, this man is like, you know, it was just great. And then I think that this is I think the biggest thing too, and we talked about this before with the tag titles. I think that the tag division needs some really, really fresh outlooks right now. We need some champions that are just gonna blow it out the water right now, you know, because like, you know, Braun Breaker, you know, as IC champion, like, he's pretty good. He's pretty established. He did very well. You know, we got L.A. Knight as champion.
Yeah.
Really, really good, really established. The Street Profits right now, they're our tag champions on SmackDown. Loving it. But I feel like the War Raiders, and this is no disrespect to them, I don't feel like since they won them belts, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like the tag division has heated up nothing. And we know historically, the New Day, when they have those belts, the division runs wild.
Yeah.
And especially we got heel Majin variations of the New Day. They are Majin characters. Bobbity is taking control of their minds.
Majin Xavier Woods.
Majin Kofi.
Yeah.
You know how you know Kofi's the most dangerous?
Right.
When he shaves his mustache.
Yeah.
When you get Kofi with no mustache and just the slight lineup of the beard, that's when you know he's the most dangerous.
Yep. Well.
But yeah, I agree. I think the New Day needs this more than Ivar and, you know, and Eric.
Yeah.
They're great guys. They're great performers. I will not dismiss it because they're two very big men. They can do very, very crazy things.
Big boys that can fly.
Big boys that can fly. That's a lot of crazy man meat flying all over the place.
A lot of meat out there.
But, you know, yeah, New Day needs it. New Day has to have it.
Yeah. So, all right. So we are both voting for New Day. If you have any other opinions on it, please comment below. All right. We have Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Hey, well, proceed with caution in discussing this match.
Proceed with caution, Naomi. So, you know what, man? This is tough. I mean, both women. I think both women could use a win.
Both of them, 100%.
I mean,
this is Jade's first singles match at Mania.
What do you think? What do you think?
It's a very mixed bag for me.
Yeah.
Because I like Jade. I like Jade. Like, especially when I liked her when she was involved in the other company, and I was happy when she came over here. I'm gonna honestly though, I'm gonna give it to Naomi.
Think Naomi's gonna get it?
I think I need Naomi. I need Miss Caution Tape right now, man. I think we got a heel variation of Naomi, a real heel variation of Naomi. Don't try to tell me that you're gonna count when she was on Team Bad a couple years ago. that didn't count. That did not count. She was only heel by association because she was on a team with technically 2 heels.
Yeah.
But she was also like a face before that. So she just got thrown into there.
Right.
This is full on heel Naomi. And that promo she did,
Yeah.
like, it sold me. I was like, I like heel Naomi. And I like the proceed with caution. Like, she's got a catchphrase now other than the glow thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm fine. If the glow thing goes, I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
I think Naomi needs it.
She probably is gonna. I think she's probably gonna get some new music that's gonna be like proceed with caution. Something I don't know.
Yeah, Def Rebel's gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's a whole nother story. We'll leave that now.
I'm not gonna pull no punches there.
So I'm with you on the like proceed with caution. I think Naomi is looking really good with this whole character change, but I think Jade Cargill is going to get it. And the reason I think that is Jade Cargill has come back from basically career-ending accident or whatever
injury or whatever
that that Naomi put her through. I think this is going to be more of a retribution for Jade Cargill. But props to these girls that this is actually, they put it out, this is the first women's match on a WrestleMania card without any stipulation, no titles, no nothing. Just a women's grudge match.
That's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah.
So,
I mean, either one benefits from it. I mean, if Naomi wins, it's not like Jade really loses anything. You know, she had her first singles match at a Mania.
Yeah.
You know, good for her. And with that's what you just told me right now. Also, that's historic. So it's like either woman walks out of there with their held high. You know, good for both of them. You say Jade, I'm gonna go with Naomi though.
All right, man. Well, let us know. Comment below. Let us know. All right. Now we've got a boy, L.A. Knight. Yeah. And our other man, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
He's gonna take your behind from post to post. He's gonna beat your ass like coast to coast. I'm all gas, no brakes. Like, oh my God. 2 of the best mic works.
Yes.
In the industry right now. I don't care what anybody in the industry right now.
In the industry.
Both of them.
I think man, this is tough. I think as much as I don't want L.A. Knight to lose it, I think Fatu is going to be the one coming out tall on that one. The only thing that could derail Fatu is if Solo Sikoa gets involved and costs him the title.
I was going to say that.
So if there's no interference and it's a clean, straight match, I think Fatu's going to win it. But if Solo or Tamatonga gets involved, then L.A. Knight will retain.
I'm going to say the real reason why he's going to lose. And this is the real reason. Because he's missing the infamous Tonga Loa on his side. He does not have the support of the infamous, the strongest member of the bloodline that has ever been produced, the infamous Tonga Loa. You have to remember everything that man has done for this company. He has put his body, mind, soul, neck, blood, sweat, and tears out there. So because the infamous one is not there, Fatu is not taking it.
You're right. You're right.
I'm kidding. Fatu could take it. I'm gonna say I'm 100% agreement with you. If Solo comes out there, I just killed him. He's dying right now. You gotta love how serious I got to, huh?
Yeah.
I should listen, WWE. If you need somebody to do some promo work, I mean, holla at me. But anyway, but yeah, I think 100% that Fatu is taking it. I think that it is time to put a belt on him. I think that he's done everything he needs to do to prove that he is worthy of a belt. And this is no disrespect to Knight at all. And Knight is a phenomenal champion. But I think that with us entering this new era of like after, because remember, Mania sets the precedence for everything for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So with probably the result of whatever the championship match is for the SmackDown side of things. You know, I think that it will free Knight up to be available to even potentially not only challenge for a title, the big title, but also even get a chance to win it. You know, so I'm gonna say Fatu.
All right, same here. So we both are saying Fatu.
Solo, stay out.
All right. Next one is one I have mixed emotions about because we have Rey Mysterio and El Grande Americano. I am pissed off.
Why?
My man Chad Gable
Oh my goodness.
is not in WrestleMania.
Are you kidding me right now?
Hashtag justice for Chad Gable.
You're
This man went to Mexico.
He did.
He went to
He
Mexico
did.
to learn the secrets of Lucha Libre, and he's not on the WrestleMania card.
What are you on about?
El Grande Americano.
Yeah, you're kidding me right now. This is a joke, right?
No, I'm serious.
That's Chad Gable.
That is El Grande Americano.
That
He's
is
from
Chad Gable.
He is from the Gulf of America.
Okay, so why is he hanging out with American Made?
Well, his name is Americano. He loves America just like Chad Gable and all of them.
Then why did Ivy Nile help him win a match?
I don't know, baby. Chad
was
Gable. She looked like she didn't want to help him because she's like, I don't know this guy, but sure, I will give Americano this help.
You are not doing this to me right now.
I am.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
serious. Justice for Chad.
They're the same person.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Didn't you watch before? They had him arrested before.
It could have been anybody wearing a mask.
Anyway,
T.
justice for Chad.
No, we're not doing. You're not gonna do this to me. You're not gonna do this to me. No. They're the same person.
I hope Rey Mysterio beats El Grande so that way Chad Gable.
I'm mad at you right now. How dare you? They're the same person.
Justice for Chad.
There is no justice. Oh my God. I hope Rey Mysterio rips that damn mask off his face and exposes it. He did it to Dragon Lee. If he was a real luchador,
it was an accident.
If you call that an accident?
It was an accident.
No.
Slip of the hand.
Bro. You don't slip that off. He literally ripped it off his face. If he was a real luchador, he would never do that. That is Chad Gable, the little slimy, sneaky little son of a gun trying to pretend to be a luchador. He's stealing from other people. He's just mad because we are in a renaissance right now where all these wonderful luchadors, Penta, Rey Fenix, you got the Rey Mysterio, all these great, even my boy Berto right now is doing amazing. They need to put a mask on him and let him become a luchador. Well, you're kidding me.
Orderly.
You're kidding me. You know what? Rey Mysterio.
All right. Next up, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair.
I hate you. I'm sweating right now. That's how passionate I am. I'm angry that you don't believe me. But anyway, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte, bro.
Oh man.
Hold on. This is a conversation.
Yeah.
I can't. There's a lot of heat on both girls, and we're talking real life heat here, guys. Like this isn't like just a, oh man, it's a great show. No, these two hate each other.
Yeah, this is legit. Like these girls want to like rip each other's like wigs off and all that type of stuff. Like I'm like, holy smokes.
Yeah, a lot of reports came out, that came out from that, not just backstage, but like for example, like, and I mean personally, this is what I expected to happen too when Charlotte came back. First off, number one. They were like, oh, why are the fans so mad that Flair won the Royal Rumble? Because she won the Royal Rumble. She just got back. Yeah. And we had this discussion not too long ago. We said that the problem with Flair is that she's always involved in the title picture. No matter what, she's always either champion or involved.
Yeah. And,
it got proven that, she's gone off script multiple times. Like from the time where she even selected Tiffany as the champion she wants to challenge to like that that side-by-side on-air interview when she just ate Tiffany alive, but that's because she just completely went off script and was just ripping into her.
Yeah, and that was like really uncalled for. It wasn't professional in the slightest.
Not at all.
And the thing about it though is like Charlotte, she's a veteran.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the one who's supposed to be setting the example. You're the one who's supposed to be following protocol, showing people how it's done properly. Like that's not being a leader.
What's that thing she called herself? A Nepo baby?
Nepo queen.
The Nepo queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Hold on. You know what?
You'll look it up?
I'm going to look it up. You go ahead. Give me your opinion on it, but go ahead.
So I personally think that I need Tiffany Stratton. I've said it already once before on our show, and I'm going to say it again. I need Tiffany Stratton to retain. I do not want Charlotte Flair to take the title from
This
her.
is 100% her right now.
Yeah.
It says here, the practice of becoming intoxicated with one's own power and influence through favors from relatives, friends, associates, or anyone of higher influence. She's 100% doing that.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't care what anybody says. One of the biggest things she has an advantage of is her daddy is Ric Flair.
Yeah.
And I will give her some credit. You know, she is a good performer. But do I think that she deserves everything that she's been given? Hell no.
Right.
You know, like, what was it? Like, in her first year on the roster with her and Charlotte when she was going back and forth with Sasha Banks, didn't they, like, immediately give her, like, 4 title wins already in her first year because she just kept winning it back and forth off of Sasha?
Yeah, win-loss. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it was like, okay, cool. You're already, like, a fourth of the way there to beating your father's record in your first year. Congratulations. Like, that was not unnecessary.
Yeah.
And this whole thing with Tiffany Stratton, now, I'm going to say, and this is me playing devil's advocate, both women are wrong in a lot of things that they said.
Yeah.
That big interview that they had when it was both of them on SmackDown a couple weeks ago, and they were shooting on each other. Number one, first off, Charlotte behaved like a giant child when she was doing like, I can't hear you, Tiffy. Your voice is so squeaky.
Yeah.
Like, all that. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is that, like, first off, you sound like a bully.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give Tiffany credit. I understand she was defending herself. And I don't think there's anything wrong with eventually having to defend yourself. Do I think she should have used her marriage as a thing on screen? I don't think so. I think that was a little bit of a low blow. But I also kind of understand why she did it because Charlotte's been running her over. But then also Charlotte, like, ran after her at the end and was on with the whole, like, is that why Kaiser's in my DMs? Like, come on. First off, we all believe Kaiser's the one man in this entire world that we all collectively know was not cheating on Tiffany. Like,
Yeah.
I love that the fact is that was like a universal thing where everyone was like, Kaiser's the first man in history that has been accused of cheating, and everybody collectively was like, no, he's not. Come on. And this is no disrespect to Charlotte, but I'm just saying, Tiffany, he's not cheating on Tiffany.
Yeah.
I love that he clapped back on that too. With
yeah.
What was it that the post that he did?
He did the Shawn Michaels. It was
Don't kid yourself.
Yeah, don't kid. No, don't flatter yourself.
Yeah, whatever.
That
And
kind of
then like after that, Tiffany like posted like some workout video that she did or a picture of herself at the gym, and he put in the comments, check your DMs. My man Kaiser, man. My man Kaiser.
He said, I'm a troll. Oh man.
But I think that number one, let's get back on topic here. Who do we see winning? Tiffany has to win.
Yeah.
Do not give it to Charlotte. If you give it to Charlotte, I promise you, the fans are going to not be okay with it. It's going to be an uproar.
Yeah.
I don't care if you try to go, well, she's a legacy, blah, blah, blah. She does not need it.
No.
Like, it's not necessary. If you're already going to have John Cena potentially beating Ric Flair's record, who cares about Charlotte winning the same record?
Yeah.
Like, nah. Just Charlotte needs to, I think if anything, after Mania, she needs to take a break again, get off screen, because obviously everything that she's done since she came back is nothing but like heat on herself. And I think that she needs to like take some time to also like reflect. You're a veteran and you are acting like a giant, I want to say Nepo baby. She is. It's a Nepo queen. Cool. You want to call yourself a Nepo queen? Then that's what everyone's going to look at you like. And that means that every win and every opportunity you get is just going to be associated with that line that you said, that you freely said, I am a Nepo queen.
Yep. All right. So we both are saying Tiffany Stratton. I don't think too many people would disagree, but if you do disagree, please comment below. And lastly, for what they say, the main event for night one, Roman Reigns, CM Punk with Paul Heyman versus Seth Rollins.
Talk about long-term storytelling.
This is a good match. I'm actually looking forward to this one a lot. I mean, with Paul Heyman now being with CM Punk, it really does change the dynamic of the match. I mean, first it was like, okay, cool. It adds a little extra spice to it. Roman Reigns, this is his 10th WrestleMania main event.
Congratulations to Roman on that one.
Congrats on Roman on that. This is CM Punk's first WrestleMania main event.
Congratulations to
and
Punk
Seth
on
Rollins, I think this might be his third or fourth main event. So
yeah, he's just mad. Let him even be mad.
but anyway, but this is really cool because I actually watched some videos about all the way back when Punk in his younger days, Paul Heyman said that. Let's say, and when you main event WrestleMania, I'm going to be right there with you because there's no way that Paul Heyman will ever be like, manage against CM Punk at the main event of WrestleMania and stuff. And sure enough,
that was the favor
when the implosion happened between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman remembered that. And you see the tears coming down his eyes. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Paul Heyman is the GOAT of selling storylines, these big, high-profile storylines. And then Roman Reigns not having Paul Heyman, there's speculation that this could be leading towards the retirement of Roman Reigns because they said that when Roman Reigns and the Wise Man aren't together, Roman Reigns said during Paul Heyman's Hall of Fame,
the tribal chief cannot be the tribal chief without Roman Reigns and the Wise Man.
Yeah,
I think
so. We might be leading into that. I mean, this one's tough, man.
This one's an emotionally charged storyline.
Yeah,
and I mean for all three men. I think that, we talk a lot about the Roman and the Punk factor, but we have to look at the Seth factor too.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, he loves Roman Reigns, obviously, they grew up in the business together, at this point. They debuted in WWE together, and, it's insane because, we talked before how like the original members of the Shield honestly we feel especially that they kind of launched the renaissance of wrestling as a whole.
Yeah.
What that chair shot to Roman's back, back in the day was more than just the calling card of Rollins now going off on his own, but it like launched the careers of Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, Roman Reigns, and Seth. We wouldn't have what we probably have without all three of them.
Yeah.
And yes, I understand one of them is not in the same company, but you got to give him the credit. He did so much.
Yeah.
Now we look at what is about to happen here. I mean, you got Rollins who could play a really dangerous card of like taking Paul Heyman out of the picture.
Yeah. He's this last Monday night on Raw, he's playing devil's advocate, and then he even did the thing where he took out CM Punk, and then after that he almost did a curb stomp on Paul Heyman, and then he said, Paul Heyman, now you owe me a favor.
Which is interesting because 10 years ago he was in the ring with Paul Heyman during one of the setup matches for Rollins versus Brock, and he was in Paul Heyman's face, and he said that, tell me what shouldn't I do? Like what could stop me from stomping you right now? Like what could stop me from doing that? And then like going and fast forwarding, that same, energy felt like you saw that again when he literally said, oh, well, you're out here by yourself. When you were getting your behind beat by Solo, and getting abused by him, where was CM Punk? Where was Roman? They're not here. They're not there now. They're not here now. He was all alone out there, and he literally started pushing him and all that stuff. And yeah, he stomped CM Punk, and he had the opportunity. He could have stomped Paul Heyman's head right there, and he literally just did the stare in his face, and he was like, that wasn't the Revolutionary or the Monday Night Messiah. That was the Architect.
Yeah.
That was old Seth Rollins. And I'm like, ooh, this match is going to be brutal. It is going to be emotional. It is going to be absolutely insane. I think that it's hard to pick a winner.
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it, everyone loses. Because Roman with the Roman with the Wise Man, Punk with Heyman, somebody's relationship's getting ruined.
Yeah, for sure.
And Rollins, if Punk wins, Rollins obviously loses in a bigger way, and if Roman wins, Rollins still loses in a big way. So it's like, who really wins?
Yeah,
as the fans, we win because this is going to be a crazy match. So I'm going to go with complete bias here because I obviously am the big CM Punk fan on this podcast, and I absolutely love Phillip Brooks. I'm going to say CM Punk.
Yeah,
I'm going CM Punk.
Right.
I think first Mania match. We already know he's not going to have a lot of time left as far as being as far as wrestling. I think that this is his time. I think that he's going to win his first Mania match. So I'm going to go Punk.
Punk, yeah. You know what? I really don't see anybody else winning aside from Punk. I think he's the one that would benefit the most out of it because it's his first WrestleMania match. Now, would it suck for Roman Reigns to lose 2 WrestleManias back to back? Granted, I mean, he won like 5 in a row. So I think
he's won multiple WrestleManias. If you really think about it,
I'm pretty sure that he could be fine with losing another WrestleMania to help Punk get that long deserved. And then, yeah, I mean, sorry, Seth. Sorry, Seth and Roman, but yeah, I think we both are going Punk. So, I mean, if anybody thinks any different, just let us know. Comment below.
All right, let's go on to night 2.
So that's night 1. I just did a count, 7 matches. So 7 matches for night 1 WrestleMania. They're clocking the entire 2 nights, each night 9 hours, but is 9 hours including pre-show, post-show stuff. So maybe like post-show is an hour, pre-show is definitely 2 hours. So that's 3 hours of like pre and post-show, and then that's 6 hours, maybe 6 or 5 hours. I don't know, the main show. So it depends on how long post-show. Post-show may be 1 or 2 hours. I know pre-show is usually 2 hours. So
I think last year was 3.
Was it 3
hours?
hours?
I think last year was 3.
3 hour pre-show. So 3
pre-show.
hour pre-show plus maybe a 2 hour post-show. So that's 5 hours. So then a 4 hour main card. That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's pretty solid. 7 matches for 4 hours. Yeah. That gives them a lot of time. Okay, so night 2, we have the Women's World Title: Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. This one has me going back and forth between Io Sky and Bianca Belair, and my reasoning. So I'll do my reasoning, and then I'll tag you in. My reasoning is Io Sky just got the title, so I'm like, okay, well, she's kind of like, it'd be kind of sucked that she won it and then lost it pretty quick after Mania. But Bianca hasn't really been on SmackDown. She's been on Raw, and I feel like they've been doing a lot of those promos and stuff of Bianca on Raw when they did like the whole like Raw Netflix
thing. She's on the thumbnail.
She's on the thumbnail and stuff. So I think Bianca's going to take it, and I think it's because that's my hint. My hint is that they were already setting our minds up like Bianca's going to come in and become the new face of Raw. Now we have a draft after that. So that means either Io or Rhea.
Oh, right. There is a draft.
Io and or Ripley could go to SmackDown, So if one of them two don't win, at least there's a draft where they could go to SmackDown and then face whoever. Because, I mean, getting a Rhea Ripley versus Tiffany Stratton, praying that she wins.
That would be a good match. They're both very, very, very good.
That would be a nice storyline. That would be a good SummerSlam like main event right there.
Okay.
All right.
So
tag you in.
So my thought process on this, and I'm just going to make it quick and easy. First off, and as much as I love Rhea Ripley, I absolutely adore her. I don't feel like she has any point in this match. I feel like there's no purpose.
Uh-huh.
The whole point is like obviously Io winning it makes sense. She's obviously, she's the champion. She won the title fair and square. Bianca won the Elimination Chamber, so she earned her right to be in this match. I'm mad that Bianca didn't cheer for me. So I'm mad, and I deserve to be in this match. I'm sorry. I don't think that's a good reason. If there's so many different storylines as far as like they could have done, like they could have had Naomi attack her probably previously, and then when it was revealed that Naomi was not only Jade's attacker, but she also was the one that attacked Rhea. Maybe she was doing it for Bianca to help give Bianca, let's say, like the lesser known evil when it came to being in the Mania match. There's a lot of things they could have done, but I feel like Rhea doesn't. It's like weird that Rhea doesn't belong here. And it makes me sad because I hate saying that, especially as a Rhea fan. Now, who do I think really needs to win? I'm going to say Io, to be honest with you.
All right.
I like your thought process, but here's my rebuttal on it. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are both also on the Netflix thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's like they have 3 people that are not even on Raw as their main pictures on Raw. I think that they just did that because they were like, oh, we need to sell tickets and stuff, and we need to sell the thing to everybody. I think Io needs it because Io is clearly the most underrated superstar in this match right now. Obviously, everyone's got their eyes spotlighted on Rhea, and everyone's got their eyes on Bianca. And then, unfortunately, there's just Io in the corner. And I love Io. I love her moveset. I love the way she is, her crazy personality. Man, her theme song just hits every time I hear it. I love it. I get so hyped with it. So I am going to go Io.
Okay. All right, cool. So I'm going with Bianca for this one, and Loboberry is going for Io Sky. All right, here's one. I know you're ready for this one. I'll let you. I'll let you.
Listen.
You can name the contenders. You can do that for this one.
First, we have the IC champion, the master of breaking people in half. Poor Carlito, R.I.P. We will probably never see him again because that spear was absolutely different. The IC champion, Braun Breaker. And then we have Cero Miedo, the master of no fear, Penta. And we also have two, not one, but two members of the Judgment Day. We have the amazing, phenomenal, smart mouth, intellectual of all time, Dominic Mysterio. And I'm just kidding. That was technically for Finn Balor, but you know what? Yeah. So we have Dom and Finn as well. Yep. I am so torn with this match, and I know why he did this because he knows I love all four of these guys. Yeah. I have become a Dominic Mysterio fan. He has won me over, and I have been a Finn Balor advocate for years.
For years,
I'm probably wearing a Finn Balor shirt underneath this too. To be honest with you, and then I absolutely adore Penta. I just bought a Penta shirt for my son, and then and I love Breaker, and I was like, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I don't know who to pick. I don't want to pick somebody because this, first off, as far as build in this match has a lot of good build. You know, we already have the Judgment Day implications as a whole. We finally got Breaker actually having some really good competition right now.
Yeah.
And you have Penta, who, you know, broke into the industry now, finally into WWE, and, you know, is making his name, making a spot for himself, and he's winning the fans over. People love this guy, and I love him too. You know, I can't help but say that on me, though, everywhere I go, man. This man's great. You're going to make me pick somebody. But I know you're going to make
unfortunately, that is the rule of the game.
I don't want to.
Lobo.
Can I get a pass?
Nope.
Damn it.
You have a gun to your head, boy.
Ah!
No, here's what you got. You got a sledgehammer to your head.
Okay, I'll do this way. Least likely to win right now. Least likely to win to personally me is going to be Penta. I don't think they're going to give him a title win right off the bat at Mania. So as much as I love the guy, I don't think so.
All right.
Breaker. I think that they're going to take Breaker. They're going to take the title off of Breaker only due to the fact is that it would, one, free him up to become a new contender for the world title because obviously he's already had matches with Jey Uso. And obviously we already said Jey Uso was going to be we think he's going to be the champion. So it would be a perfect person to kind of revisit the feud that they had before.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really revisit after that. They kind of he lost the belt and then that was kind of it. They had like some minor things here and there, but it wasn't anything else. It wasn't like a callback around.
Yeah.
Now we have Balor and Dominic. Damn it. I'm going to say Balor.
You're going to say Balor?
No, it's not. I hate this. I'm sweating. My face is so red right now, isn't it? Like, you know what? I'm just going to pull the trigger. Dominic Mysterio is winning. This is going to be Dom's moment. They're going to use this to kick Balor out. And there's obviously the rumors that Aleister Black has already kind of been leaked that he already signed with WWE. And then obviously the last teasers we've been seeing kind of looks like it. And I think he's going to join the Judgment Day in lieu of Balor being there. I'm going to pick Dominic.
All right. Good choice.
Who do you pick?
Honestly, I'm leaning on Dominic myself too. I
look how easy it was for him to do this.
It really is. I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. All right, Dominic. Well, here, let me give you my reasoning. And my reasoning is this: Dominic is the one who will benefit the most out of all this. Braun Breaker, he's been champion for some time. He loses the title. He can go into the world title picture against Jey Uso. Penta would be my number two. Mm-hmm. First Dominic, Penta, Finn, and then Breaker. And the reason for that, Breaker can go into the world title scene. Finn Balor could be like implosion, like Dominic wins, then he feels threatened by Dominic. Now Dominic's more of the leader of the Judgment Day and stuff, and that helps break them apart. Finn leads the Judgment Day and everything. Penta winning would be cool. I actually don't think it would be a bad idea for Penta to win. I would rather had seen him and his brother win the tag titles, but that's a whole nother story on that process.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because they came in at different times. But at the end of the day, I think the person who will benefit the most out of winning the title would be Dominic Mysterio. It'll establish him as the leader of the Judgment Day, which would infuriate and implode them. Because we already see the riff where Finn is always acting like he's the boss. The only person who really follows him is Carlito. But then aside from that, you see Liv and you see Raquel. They're pushing for Dom to be the leader.
I'm going to be honest with you. I disagree with the Carlito thing.
You think you don't think?
I think Carlito definitely follows Dominic more than anybody.
You think so?
Because, you have to remember, Dominic was the one that helped bring him in. Remember that everybody did not want Carlito in there.
That's a good point.
Yeah, JD did not want Carlito there, and neither did Finn. And Finn, that was when Finn was starting on the whole we don't need any new members and stuff like that. And
wait, didn't Carlito come in around before Damian got kicked out?
It was right after. It was right before.
Right before.
He kind of came in right around that time. But that was also when Finn was already starting to seemed like he was superseding people.
Yeah,
that's when we started seeing that whole he's got a bigger head on his shoulders. So, and it was him already organizing the breakup of getting Damian out. So, but because it didn't matter because even Damian was nah, I don't want Carlito here either. The one who brought Carlito in was Dom, and Dom continued he kept following him around. I think that if anything, everyone is all on Dom's side.
Yeah,
it's just not Finn.
Okay, all right. So we both are leaning Dominic Mysterio. If anybody has anything different, please comment below.
I would also say I hate you for putting me on the spot for that because you knew I was gonna. He knew I was gonna sweat. I'm literally sweating. I'm about to take the hoodie off.
All right. So we have an unannounced. Still trying to figure out where this one is going. Randy Orton versus Vacant. So Vacant has been a running champion for years. Vacant, you find him in all the WWE games. Usually he starts off as champ. No, I'm just messing.
The fact that you were going with it so well was perfect. So let's take a serious moment here.
Yeah, serious moment. Let's acknowledge Kevin Owens. Boy, you are one of the best wrestlers I have ever seen in my entire life.
Agreed.
I wish you a speedy recovery. It is very sad that you got this neck injury. You are a workhorse. Universal champion. You've been United States champion, Intercontinental champion,
Grand Slam champion,
tag champion, everything. You put in the work. You've been face. You've been heel. He said, and I love the thing. It's everyone deserved it except Kofi. I was dude. You will be missed. You are going to be missed.
Kevin Owens has been a pillar in the company for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
I think that Kevin Owens is somebody that we kind of give him the Sami Zayn idea. Maybe we didn't appreciate him as much as we thought he does. But when you go back and you look back at all the moments from NXT to the main roster, from his feuds with John Cena to his team up with Chris Jericho, the man has done it all. Like you said, he's been champion in every aspect, Grand Slam champion. He's won every major title that's out there right now. With the exception of maybe the North American Championship in NXT, but that's obviously way before he came back. But, he's been multi-time tag champion, multi-time IC champion, multi-time United States champion, world champion, universal champion, whatever, still top champion. Kevin Owens, we wish you the best, man. Honestly, we hope you get better. We hope that you recover from this neck injury because obviously, as fans, we want to see you continue to succeed. You have a long career ahead of you that you can make absolutely even crazier moments happen. We hope for the best. And honestly, too, I will say this. If this is the end of your run, we thank you so much for everything you gave us.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And what a way, if this is the end of your career, what a way to go that you got to finish your career wrestling your best friend in Toronto.
At the very start, it was one of the arenas that you guys actually started.
Yeah.
Congratulations to everything you've done. We love you, man, and we hope and wish nothing but the best for you from both of us.
Kevin. With switching back to talking about Randy Orton. Randy Orton's right now we have speculation of a match with Nick Aldis, or it looked like they might just throw together a Solo Sikoa and Randy Orton match.
At the end of the day, we have to look at it. It's Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Randy Orton is somebody that honestly can do no wrong. Any match he gets put into, any situation he gets put into, he can just evolve from it. And we've seen Randy kind of just think on his toes in every single way. The man knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, a veteran of multi-years, a Grand Slam champion himself, multi-time world champion. He's going to be all right. I think that whoever or whatever he ends up doing at Mania is going to be amazing. But I can't lie to you. I kind of want to see him in this Nick Aldis match happen. I want to see, because I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Aldis retired, but not retired because of an injury or anything. I think he just retired just because he was just done wrestling for now.
No. So I've heard different things. So he never really retired. And this is what I saw in an interview. He said he didn't really retire. WWE came to him and they said, we want to use you for a role as a general manager. And he's like, all right, cool. Is there going to be like any wrestling? And they're like, no, not really. They just wanted to use him as just a general manager. And he's like, all right, that's fine. Less work on his body. He gets paid more and whatnot. So he can wrestle. He's not injured. Mm-hmm. He's fully capable. And that's the same thing with Adam Pearce.
That man looks huge.
Oh, hey, look,
that suit does not look. The suit is so big.
The suit is massive on him.
He's gonna take that suit off. This man's gonna be as big as like Brock Lesnar in his prime.
Oh my
prime
gosh.
Lesnar. He's gonna be huge.
Oh man,
that's not to say that Orton is also. Orton looks like he ate young Orton.
Yeah,
that man is big too.
Well, I think we'll see what happens. So, right now I think whoever Randy Orton's face is probably going to lose because they're building up a potential match for Randy Orton for Backlash. And that's what it looks like. So whether it's Cody Rhodes or Cena, Randy Orton needs to look strong leaving Mania. So that way, going into Backlash, and it's like, okay, well, he's not like he lost, and it's like, oh, I need a match. It's like, okay, he won. So whoever is going to face Orton will probably lose.
All right, well, I think then we go to this one right here. This one I'm excited about.
All right,
this one's I'm actually excited about.
Yeah, this one you want to say?
Damian Priest, Wepa, the man. I love this guy. He has evolved so much in the last year of like just the time from his time at Mania last year to now. World champion, anything like that, versus Drew McIntyre. These two.
Big boss.
So to let you guys in on this one real quick, this guy right here, this guy, he showed me a picture of Big Boss.
and I showed him, and we looked at Drew McIntyre with the eye patch.
With the damn eye patch, and now I can't unsee Drew McIntyre as Big Boss. Drew McIntyre confirmed for Big Boss and live action Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear.
It's so perfect. Oh my god, I love it. These two guys. First of all, both of them are absolutely close to me. I met Drew McIntyre myself. I told the story before. He's a phenomenal guy, great guy.
Yeah.
Also, just this man can do no wrong. Like, did you see how he reacted after he just beat up Damian Priest on the last SmackDown? He was just like, yeah, look at me, look at me. I just beat up Damian Priest. Look, I can do anything I want. What are you gonna do about it? And just he's so great. He's so great. And in Priest has definitely become such a big man himself as far as the company goes. God, I love watching him wrestle, man. I love it. Shout out to a fellow Boricua, man. I love it.
Yeah.
This match is going to be a good one, but sorry, McIntyre, I'm going with one of my countrymen. I'm going with the Boricua, Damian Priest.
All right.
About to give him a wepa.
All right. Well, sorry, man. I got to go Metal Gear, man. Big Boss, man. Big Boss is going to win this one.
Gonna keep this going.
All right, yeah, man. That's Big Boss to me now. Metal Gear.
All right.
So, all right.
Almost as delusional as Chad Gable.
Yeah, Chad Gable doesn't have a match, man.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, all right. So, we have Lobo says Damian Priest, and I say Drew McIntyre. All right, next one. I want you to say this one.
Really?
Yep.
It's AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. He knows I don't like Logan. I've already tried to like him. I tried. I'll give him credit. He's a good wrestler. He's good at flying around, but the man doesn't show up. He doesn't do anything. Oh, look at me, I'm Logan Paul. When I was U.S. champion, I had, 2 title defenses in 6 months?
Yeah, I know, right?
6 months.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Hold on, look at me right now. 6 months. A baby could have been almost ready to be born before Logan Paul was about to have his next match. Nah, this bull.
Oh,
And you're gonna put it, and you got AJ Styles, you know, the phenomenal one. This man, this is one of your favorites.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, you love him
Since TNA days. That's my man right
See,
there.
I love him back in the Bullet Club days. You know what I'm saying? You know. It's AJ, man, for me. It's AJ, man. I don't care. Like Logan Paul. Blech. Blech. Did you see that video of him complaining to Triple H about the fact that he was on the end of the Raw video? I mean, the Raw tapestry. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that one.
So there's a video going around, whether or not it's if it's like a
troll.
like a troll or something like that. So apparently he was mad at Triple H because he told Triple H, "Oh man, I looked at the tapestry for the Netflix Monday Night Raw thing, and I'm all the way over on the end. You know, why am I all the way in the end?" And he was like, "I actually just wanted to cut you off because I didn't want you on it at all, but you know, they told me I had to keep you in there somewhere, so I put you at the end." I'm just like, I'm with Triple H. They should have cut him off.
Woo!
The man doesn't show up.
Woo! Man.
Listen, I'll say this. I will respect him more as a wrestler when he actually shows up.
Yeah.
I'm talking like the man needs to have more than 4 matches in a year.
Yeah.
You know, like show up. And then like, because the fact is he like called, what was it? He called Cena at one point like a lazy part-timer. Bro, you have less matches than John Cena has had in a year right now.
Yeah.
Don't give me that crap.
All right.
Loser. No.
Well,
not.
So I'm going to go AJ Styles over. I think AJ Styles should go over. That's my prediction. Mine is simple.
He just wanted to hear me rant.
Yeah, just for a little bit.
Yeah, there's your next YouTube short.
Just just a smidge. Your TikTok.
Tag Logan Paul in it, so me and him gonna have a feud over line.
All right, this next one is honestly, I mean, I'm excited to see Lyra getting a WrestleMania match, but it's not the WrestleMania match that I was hoping for.
This match was thrown together.
This is like, unfortunately, this is a throwaway match. I would have rather had seen them build Lyra into a singles championship match. You know, defending the women's Intercontinental title is like, this is a new title. It should be defended at the show of shows. And that also makes me question. No, technically they haven't announced it yet. They just did a thing. Where, and this is like jumping because I'm not kind of jumping between two different things, but we just had Zelina Vega get a count-out win over Chelsea Green. So are they going to put Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green at Mania, or is it going to be the SmackDown before or after Mania? That's a question that I'm wondering what's going to happen, because they also said that there's supposed to be a tag championship match for the SmackDown Tag Championships too, and it has been announced for Mania.
No, it's been announced for SmackDown.
For SmackDown,
it's been announced for SmackDown.
Gotcha. Okay,
so it's gonna be the SmackDown before Mania.
SmackDown before Mania. Okay.
So
I might have missed that. I might not have been paid.
Yeah, no,
which is disappointing.
So this could go one of two ways, and you could correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I still believe that they don't treat the tag champions for the women's division like with any real respect still. I feel like, unfortunately, those belts are basically meant to just build other people and not really build the champions themselves. Because, I mean, I get it. Like, what's a great way to build a single superstar? Have them beat somebody that is a champion. So I guess you're kind of like, oh, well, they're tag champions, so, let's let them beat them. And unfortunately, Raquel Rodriguez is usually the fall girl, unfortunately, in these situations. That sucks even more because I feel like that they need to stop doing that to her. It's a former women's champion herself. She was a former NXT women's champion. Come on, do better. But and Liv obviously has she's had a hell of a year, hell of a year. She's really really come into her own in a lot of ways, and I mean she's grown so much from the days of just being a sidekick, on the Riot Squad to now being a multi-time world champion. And this match just feels like it's gonna go one of two ways. Either A, you're gonna have Raquel and Liv retain and cause a weird little thing between Lyra and Bailie, which can set something up for them to battle again, and maybe they might even turn Bailie heel because of it. Because I can't really see them turning Lyra heel. Yeah. Or twist of fate. Here let's give it there, but they could have Lyra and Bailie win and become this new tag team. for a little bit, and then eventually when they lose the titles, I could maybe be another way they can cause an implosion. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But this match has no build. This has no story really, because it really there's really nothing there.
Right.
Like, nothing. Like what Bailie and Liv have had problems, yes, but Lyra really hasn't had any huge problems with them. Maybe like some couple runs in with the Judgment Day, but nothing super severe. So it's just a throwaway match.
Yeah.
I will say that I'm happy that Lyra will be competing at Mania, but I do agree with you. I wish it was for her own belt. I wish that it was her belt on the card. Maybe they're just afraid to pull the trigger to putting, I guess maybe because the belts are too new. Maybe they don't want to put them on the main show of shows yet because they did just get released this year. You know, they maybe don't want to put too much because, again, Lyra, this is her first Mania match.
Yeah, put a lot of pressure on her for...
You know, same thing with Chelsea. Chelsea, this would have been her first Mania match too, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think she's had a Mania match. I don't know. You can...
Correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Comment down, let me know. But I mean, I'm pretty sure she hasn't had an actual like singles Mania match.
A singles Mania match now.
Maybe she's probably been involved in like a tag or something, or like, you know, like a multi women like Royal Rumble or something like that. But I don't think she's had like a singles one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe that I'm also not opposed to the idea, at least that they're at least the Raw or SmackDown prior to Mania, at least they get featured at WrestleMania week. So at least there's that. But the fact is, Lyra's not defending her title even next week.
Yeah.
You know, the week of Mania, she's not doing anything. She's going to be at Mania just doing a tag match. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. And then finally, we're going to close it off.
Oh, we didn't actually pick our champions. Who do we think we're winning?
I think it's going to retain. I think Liv and Raquel are just going to retain the titles.
You know, I'm gonna go devil's advocate and go Lyra and Bailie just because I don't like you right now. He's putting me in like the most uncomfortable positions in this episode, guys.
It's not uncomfortable. It's just tell me your opinion.
Tell me my opinion.
Yeah, just tell us your opinion. What's so bad, Lobo? What? You okay?
Anyway,
you okay?
Let's go to the main.
You don't want to tell us little bit of opinion? Little opinion?
You're doing this?
Little opinion? No, that's best. All right. All right. And now the main event of night 2, John Cena, heel, Hydra Cena versus Homelander, Cody Rhodes. Hail Hydra. Homelander. Let's do it. Will The Rock show up? Will Travis Scott punch Cody Rhodes again? Tune in next time at WrestleMania.
That son of a gun better not be there.
Yeah, right.
I think they've already proven the point that he doesn't need to be involved in anything because he's such a hazard. Yeah. He's a hazard.
I know. He came in
smoking
at the first Raw.
They'll talk about Naomi says, proceed with caution. No, proceed with caution with him.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
So I think my opinion is I would like Cody to retain just so he can get the opportunity to have the title he's only a couple days away from surpassing John Cena's longest title reign. But
oh my goodness, that is crazy.
Yeah, because John Cena's longest title reign was like 388 days. Cody Rhodes has hit a year, 365 days.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
just to think about that.
So I only want him to retain just so he can surpass that and then lose it later. But I think for the story and the build and the message and everything, John Cena needs to go over. We need to get that John Cena heel run. We need to get that finally definitive. Someone has surpassed Ric Flair. That way, it's not Ric Flair anymore. It's just John Cena. It's the longest, most world titles and everything. Yeah, I mean that's really where I leave it at, and then I just need The Rock to show up to kind of define this selling his soul or something like that.
He has to show up.
Yeah, he needs to do something, you know.
I think first off, I'm gonna have to have a lot of tissues. I mean, you guys are gonna be there, so I'm gonna have to have a lot of tissues for my son because he is going to cry his eyes out.
Yeah,
I've already unfortunately have told him. I was like, listen, Daddy wants John Cena. Daddy wants John Cena to win. He's looked like literally like every time we talk about Mania right now, my son literally just looks at me and goes, I don't like you right now. And I love my son so much. I love my son, but I'm sorry. I get it. Cody Rhodes is, first of all, I'm going to just say it over again. Cody Rhodes has been a fantastic champion. I don't care what anybody says. You guys can disagree with me. You guys can blow me out, hate me, blah, blah. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. No. Cody Rhodes has been a fighting champion. He has defended his title pretty much every single, event You know, with the exception of like Survivor Series was the only one that he didn't defend it at.
Yeah.
Like that was the only one, and everyone was like, "Oh, Cody Rhodes didn't fight." Shut up. Shut up. Cody Rhodes has defended his title at literally every major event, and plus on live shows. You know, we've seen him defend it on SmackDown and stuff like that. He's giving a lot of superstars a lot of opportunities. He's been a fighting champion. He has been at almost every single show since he's been champion, and including on the episodes of Raw. You know, he's done everything. He even popped up on SmackDown, not SmackDown, NXT.
Yeah.
You know, like he has been a great champion. I think that again, you can't compare it to Roman Reigns. Don't do that. Stop doing that. All of you, stop that. Okay, we're not gonna. No one is gonna compare it to the tribal chief. You know, we acknowledge our tribal chief here, but you know, obviously, like Cody Rhodes has done a phenomenal job as champion. I think that, but I think it's time to put the belt on somebody new. I think it's time for John Cena to win his 17th championship, become the new standard for it. And, you know, I think that we need this heel run. You know, I think there will be some kind of technicality where he might have to physically stay, you know, as champion. But I want, like, I know we discussed this. I want you to actually say what you want him to bring back.
Oh, yeah. I want John Cena to bring back the spinner belt.
Yeah.
Out of defiance to the fans, I want John Cena to bring back the spinner belt, piss everybody off, because they did showcase it. They already foreshadowed.
Yeah.
They showcased it this past SmackDown.
Or get like a newer one.
Yeah.
Like a brand new updated spinner belt. Because I actually thought about it after you brought it up, and I was like, oh, that would be such a great move. Because he's already told everyone, I'm going to ruin wrestling for you. I'm going to take that belt, and I'm taking it home, and you will never see it again. And I think that might be what he means.
Yeah.
He may still wrestle, but he's going to take that belt home, and he's going to throw it in his garage, and then just break out this new spinner belt.
Yeah.
And just be like, eat it. This is your new standard now.
Yeah.
Enjoy it because I said so.
Yeah.
Like, I love his heel run, dude. I love this thing. I love that he hates us so much. He hates every person that's involved. Like, it's so good. You know, I still can't believe he called out that little kid on there. Did you hear that little kid also say that they actually did it? They interviewed that kid, and he actually said, I still love you, John Cena. And I was like, oh my God, it's so adorable.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Now, Cena is going to win and become the new champion. And I think it's going to be probably one of the greatest moments in WrestleMania history. We're going to love it.
Yeah.
Our kids aren't going to.
Oh man. Well, okay. So
that's it.
That's it.
At least that's it for now. Don't come up with any more. Don't come up with any more matches. We're done. We did the show. Don't do it. You have to do an emergency show out of it.
I mean, it is what if they add anything else, it is what it is.
Breaking news: Boyz of Attitude Men now have a new episode up because they said they had to redo the episode.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I think that's it. We went through everything. We got the whole everything. So if you guys have any comments, you know, anything that you guys, whether you agree or disagree, please comment below, like and subscribe. And we will see you after the show of shows, WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. Triple H, no.
I'm Loboberry Crunch.
And I'm Mr. Thato D. And Triple H. And we are Boyz of Attitude
and Men of Now
Wrestling Podcast. Have a good day.